Hi everyone, it's Riley and I'm back today with another Zebra English teacher tips video. In today's video, I kind of just want to walk through how I prepare for each Zebra English class the night before. Now I will give you a little hint, I don't really prepare. I don't really set aside time to prep for my classes, and I'm going to tell you why. So the first reason that I don't really set aside time to intentionally prepare for my Zebra English lessons is just that the material is all provided for you. That is one of the huge perks of platforms like Zebra English. They aren't expecting you to contribute anything as far as material goes. And Zebra English is even more so that way than other companies because they don't even really expect you to prepare props for the lessons. So I do have a few go-to props that I did talk about in this video if you're interested, and I always have those within arm's reach. But I'm never really preparing unique props for each lesson. I never really go through the lesson content, and that's because the material is all there. I don't really need to add to it. Now, the next reason that I don't really set aside time to intentionally prepare for my classes is because the material that is there is super user-friendly, especially once you've played all these games a few times and once you've gone through many of the lessons a few times. I've never really come to a slide where I've been stumped because usually it's pretty easy to follow. You click maybe number 1, number 2, number 3, or something like that. You click student or teacher for who uses the hammer. And once you've done these things a few times, it really just makes sense. And for me, I don't really see the point in going over all the material when it's so user-friendly and just easy to catch on to right there in the moment. Another reason that I don't really prepare that much is just because the lesson content is nothing mind-blowing. As a native English speaker, these sentence frames are really simple for me to teach. And for me, I know not everyone is like this, but I don't find it difficult at all to come up with TPR in the moment. Even if I haven't taught this exact lesson before, I have a very easy time coming up with TPR right in the moment for all of these different words to help it make sense to my student. So I personally don't think that the content in these lessons is that difficult that I need to spend extra time preparing for it the night before. I find it perfectly sufficient to come into the class, read the slide as I'm teaching it, and work with it from there. Now, like I said, I know that not all teachers are like this, and I'm not trying to set this forward as like the prescriptive method that you must follow for preparing for classes. I know that for many teachers, it is best for them to go through each class, to write notes, to make note of the TPR that they want to use, to get specific props out for that lesson and things like that. But for me, that's not the case. I have ESL teaching experience in classroom settings, and in those settings I did prepare because the material wasn't there for me. And some of the concepts that I was teaching did require more preparation from me because I was teaching university ESL. And so coming to a platform like this, after having that experience and after having online ESL experience with VIP Kid, I really found that I feel very comfortable walking into the classroom and using the skills that I already have just to engage with this content as it comes up. Now, all of that being said, there are some ways that I do get myself and get my system ready for class the night before. And those things aren't so much to prepare for the content, but more just to prepare for things to go really smoothly when I'm actually teaching. So the first thing that I do, like I've mentioned in some other videos, is I open every single practice classroom the day before. I've just found that this really ensures a smooth transition from one classroom to the next. It loads much quicker. So I just do this mostly for my peace of mind, just to ensure that those transitions are really smooth so I'm not late for a lesson. Another thing that I will do the night before is make sure that I have a feedback template ready for each of my classes. So if it is a lesson that I haven't taught before, I will go through the lesson objectives and make a feedback template for that lesson so that I can just copy and paste and add my students' details after the lesson. Now, I share all of these feedback templates in the Zebra English Teacher Q&A Facebook group, and there are many other teachers who are also contributing to the feedback templates that we have in that group. So if you are a teacher with Zebra English and you're looking for a way to make your class prep go quicker and make your feedback writing go quicker, I would love for you to come and join our Facebook group so that you can access the feedback templates and even so that you can use them in Trello. Recently, I have started using my feedback templates with Trello, which does take a little bit longer to do just because there's a little more copying and pasting going on, but I have found that it's just a nice way to see my schedule at a glance if I want to. So that's sort of my philosophy, I guess, for preparing for classes. I don't prepare specific props in advance. I don't prepare specific TPR in advance. I don't write myself notes in advance. But the reason for that is because I feel confident with the Zebra English games. I trust their platform. I feel comfortable with their content. I know that none of it really goes over my head as a native English speaker. And so I don't feel the need to put that extra time in the night before. I do, however, prepare in other ways. So like I said, I make sure that I have a feedback template ready for each class, and I also make sure that I've opened the classroom the night before. So I still am investing some time the night before into just getting ready for the next day to ensure that things flow smoothly. So that is my class prep method. Like I said earlier, this is by no means prescriptive. I know that every teacher has different needs when it comes to class preparation, and for me, this is just what I have found works. So if there was something in here that was helpful to you, you can take it and use it, and I would love that. If you have other ways that you prepare for class that you would like to share, I would love to hear your ideas in the comments below. And if you did find this video helpful, please feel free to like and subscribe so that you can stay up to date for even more tips on how to succeed as an online ESL teacher.